Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we have, breakfast with the girls. Yeah, and we have to basically navigate the awkward conversation between Ilya and Sakura, but we end up going to the dojo where we plan our next moves. It seems like Sakura and Ilya are gonna stay on the defensive, while Shirou and Tosaka take the offensive. There are a little bit complaints, but we end up settling on that. Tosaka later has to try to plant like these magic circuits or something in us and like block off some stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the magic stuff is, but Sakura's watching in the background. She's like really awkward, and things get really awkward. Later on, the sisters make lunch, and Sakura wants to basically get closer with Tosaka, so she starts calling her Ne-san, which was, really wholesome. Later on in the day, we either go to Ryder, Tosaka, or straight to Sakura, and when we go to Sakura, we kind of, decide to stay with her, talk about magic, talk about Shirou, but later on we kind of talk to her to sleep. Later on, it seems like we're in the POV of Shinji, and he's like really angry. He's talking about his birthright and things he deserves, how Sakura took everything from him, Shirou took everything from him, and man, is he toxic. But that's kind of where we left off. Right now, we're back to our household, we're having dinner, and everything's nice because it's the calm before the storm. Things are gonna be really bad, I'm sure. So, let's head into it. Everyone seems excited to see that dinner's ready and waiting for them in the living room. I wonder where Ryder is, but she likely has her reasons for being absent. Ryder's priority is to protect Sakura, so maybe she doesn't want to have too much contact with Tosaka, who could become an enemy. Do we say that out loud? Does everyone else hear us? If she doesn't come over, I'll pack a meal and bring it to her later. She doesn't seem to like being around other people, so she's probably in the shed. Oh yeah, I was like, in the shed? Right, she spends most of her time in the shed because it has a good vantage point of Sakura. Or in the shed or the dojo. I did not realize Sakura specialized in Western food. Osaka looks at me with surprise as she munches on the fried fish. I fried the marlin fillets golden brown and made an elegant soy sauce marinade that brings out the fragrance of ginger. Osaka seems fond of it. There's so much freaking cooking in this. I like whatever Shirou's making. Next to her, Ilya's enjoying a mouthful of savory sweet. Oh yeah, beef stew. Oh, I was like savory sweet. Did I misread that? No, okay. There are savory sweet things. That sounds really good. It's too bad that I didn't have any potatoes on hand, but I'm glad that she likes it. But Sakura's holding her chopsticks, looking confused. What's wrong? Hey, okay, I was like, savory sweet stew. I mean, it sounds like it could work, but it definitely like took me out of it for a second. Like, is it supposed to be like that? Did I really make such a rookie mistake with beef stew of all things? Oh, it's supposed to be salt. I tasted beef stew from the pot in the middle of the table. Ugh, that's odd. This is how I've always seasoned it. Oh, never mind. Oh, something's wrong with Sakura. Huh. I thought maybe Shirou did mess something up, but huh. I kind of trust, yeah, I think it's Sakura. Sakura's definitely the odd one out here. Sakura pokes at her beef stew with a puzzled expression. She takes one bite, then a second, then a third. I thought she was gonna start fainting like oh, something's wrong. Just say it. She laughs and resumes eating. Sakura moves her chopsticks as if nothing happened. Got a little nervous when she started looking off, but then she regains her spirits. With gusto, she even asked for a third helping. Tosaka watched in surprise as Sakura kept eating with delight until we completely finished all the food and rice. look at Tosaka, I'm like, oh, but Elia's like, whoa, my god, he's eating so much, how does that fit in your body? Alright, it's nighttime. It's after 10 p.m. now. Time to go scouting, I believe.
時間ね。そろそろ行くわよ、シロ。
Tosaka appears ready to leave.
分かってる。それじゃあ留守番頼むぞ、さくら。
Now you'll two be alone, and hopefully you can resolve your issues because it's really awkward in this house. Tosaka and I will go out on patrol as planned. It sounds stupid to think that we can fight back against Zoken by patrolling the town, but that's all we can do at the moment. The enemies we have to beat are Zoken, Assassin, Saber, and that mysterious Shadow. To be honest, there's no way we can beat them in a straight fight. I'll just have to be patient while Tosaka comes up with the countermeasures. Despite that, we can't stay cooped up in the house. As the news said this morning, Zoken has started attacking civilians. We might not be able to beat him now, but I don't think it's a waste to try and prevent more people from falling victim. I put on my shoes without saying anything. Both of us know how dangerous it is to go out at night. Even if Zoken is only after Sakura, he might consider it a nuisance if we're walking around town. In the worst case, what happened in the forest might happen again. That thought doesn't make me very talkative.
ちょっと、どういうつもりよ、あなた。
Sakura? And then, I'm not in the mood even for a serious talk, but I look to see Tosaka staring at me. Never mind.
見送りなら結構よ。おとなしく部屋に戻っていなさい、さくら。
Okay, yeah, it is Sakura. Staring through me, to be exact. She's glaring at Sakura, who's standing in the hallway.
姉さん、やっぱり私も一緒に行きます。姉さんと先輩だけじゃ夜で歩くのは危険だから。
No, you're their goalposts. You don't move it closer to them. So that's why she's here. I appreciate the sentiment, but we have to stick to the plan.
ダメだ。ゾウケンの狙いはさくらだって分かってるだろ。さくらはイリアと一緒にここで身を守っていてくれ。
それは分かっています。けど先輩は片手が動かないし、姉さんだってもうサーバントがいないし、ふざけないでさくら。あなたが私たちの敵であることは変わらないのよ。
That's a good
いつ
point.
造剣の手駒になるかわからないやつに背中なんて預けられない。
She wants to help Sakura, but she can't deny that she would be a liability if she were to come due to the worms inside her body.
けど姉さん、あなたはあなただけ守っていればいいのよ。私たちに少しでもすまないって思うんなら、こんなことで手を煩わせないでちょうだい。あなたはライダーに自分とイリアを守らせておくだけでいいんだから。
Once again, harsh, but true.
父さん、お前。
ほら、ぼーっとしてないで行くわよ。こんなことをしている間にも犠牲者が出てるかもしれないんだから。
Tosaka grabs my hand and pulls me out of the house.
ともかく気をつけて留守番してるんだぞ、さくら。イリアのことは任せたからな。
Alright, we're going outside. We're at the wall.
待てってば、父さんが。ちゃんとついてくから、いい加減手を離せ。
ぐずぐずしてるそっちが悪いんでしょ。
It's kinda hard to tie my shoe with one hand. Tosaka releases my hand and stops power walking.
何よその顔。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言ったら。
He's being like this now, all rushed and weirdly belligerent. Good grief. If you're that self-conscious about it, then you don't need to use that tone with her, you idiot.
じゃあ言うぞ、父さんが。さっきのことだけど、さくらにあんまりきついこと言うな。さくらだって好きであんな体なわけじゃないんだ。
分かってるわよ。けどだからこそはっきり言わないといけないでしょ。半端な態度を取ったらそれこそ造形につけ込まれるだけでしょ。私はさくらに同情していない。だって造形の操り人形とかマトウに引き取られたこととか、そんなの私には関わりのないことだもの。
父さんが。
いい？私があの家にいるのはさくらじゃなくてあなたがいるからね。私の目的は聖杯であってさくらを助けることじゃない。そのためにはさくらを監視するし、嫌われたって構わない。だからさっきみたいなことも言うし、これからもさくらを敵として扱うんだから。
じゃあ父さんはさくらに嫌われても構わないっていうのか。今は赤の他人だから関係ないって。
そうよ。それに文句があるの。
She's lying, you can tell. She's frustrated.
そんなのあるに決まってるだろ。
That's so like Tosaka. She's normally so bold and decisive, but right now, I can see her clenching her fist and trying her best to convince herself.
分かった。遠坂がそう振る舞うって言うなら好きにしろ。遠坂がどんな態度を取ったところで気持ちはちゃんと桜に伝わってるんだしな。
伝わるってどういうことよ。
だからお前がどのくらい桜を大切に思ってるかってこと。部外者である俺でも気がつくんだから桜にはもろバレだ。
誤解よ。
Such a tsundere. No, I'm not trying this for her, you baka.
誤解も何もない。人間どうでもいいやつに真剣には怒れない。遠坂が桜に厳しいのはそういうことだろ。口にはしないけどお前の中じゃ桜は今でも大事な妹なんだ。
何言ってんのよバカ。やめてよね、そういう歯の浮くこと言うの。
I think we might attract some attention if you're yelling in the middle of the street. Tosa's so angry because she becomes red in the face. It doesn't have its usual impact, which tells me enough.
なんだ迷惑かこういうの。
迷惑よ。
そうか。じゃあ迷惑ついでに言っとく。俺は遠坂と桜には仲良くしてもらいたい。桜は遠坂が好きで遠坂だって桜が好きなんだから今みたいにぎこちないのは気に食わない。
あのね、私は桜を敵として見てるのよ。仲良くなっても仕方ないし、それに第一、今さらどうやって仲良くなれって言うのよ、あんたは。
どうやってって、今のままでいいんじゃないか。自信持てよ遠坂。お前俺から見てもいいお姉さんだぞ。
無駄話はここまでよ。とりあえず今朝のニュースでやってた現場に行くんだから。
Tosaka spins on her heel and stomps off. I follow her with an absent-minded, yeah, sure, yeah. But then,
シロ、
she says my name without looking at me.
ありがとう。今のなんか嬉しかった。
And grumbles, embarrassed. Alright, back to actual plot stuff. There's no one at the Central Park. It isn't particularly crowded even during the day, and now it's extra quiet after last night's murders. The park wasn't built as a place of rest between office buildings. It's no different from an underdeveloped wasteland.
殺人事件か。世間じゃ事件じゃなく事故って扱いみたいだけどね。まあ確かに誰が死んで体のどこがなくなったのかいまいちわからないんじゃ殺人って呼び方も怪しいか。
So I call bullshit. If a murder happened here yesterday, I don't know if this place would be empty today. There's still bloodstains on the grass. Quite a lot of blood spilled in 4 separate areas. There's some distance from the blackened ground, probably because the victims tried to run away.
遠坂、お前はこれが造剣の仕業じゃないって言ったけど、どうだ？現場に来て印象は変わったか？
そうね。あの黒い影の仕業かと思ったけど、ちょっと違うみたい。あいつが出ると辺りのマナーを軒並み飲み込んでいくでしょ。けどここ一帯の魔力は枯渇していない。まあここで起きたことが予定外の食事だろうって見方は変わらないわ。
Slurp, slurp. That's all we managed to learn from the scene. We leave the site of tragedy. You don't find anything else of note in Shinto. Given how conspicuous last night's incident was, it's possible that Zoken's group is trying to keep a low profile tonight. It's almost midnight. Osaka and I head home, feeling a cool breeze from the riverbank. Ask her a question on the way.
遠坂、桜、マトの後継者なんだよな。
I've been curious about it something for a while.
何よ今さら。もう隠し事なんてないわよ。
いや、そうじゃなくて、後継者ってことは桜も魔術師なんだよな。なら桜はどんな魔術を使うんだろうって。
That's a good point. We've only ever seen her use one type of magic, and that was only to see what happened in the forest through riders. I don't even know if that's magecraft. It might just be riders, one of rider or a servant master ability. We haven't actually seen her use anything.
ああ、そういうこと。そうね。魔導の魔術は戒めとか強制とかそういうものだって聞くけど、レイジュだって魔導がいなかったらできなかったっていうし。
Binding and compulsion. I thought it was absorption.
じゃあ桜の魔術は 制約なのかな。けどそれだと
That day, the magecraft the Sakura unleashed when the crestworms were attacking her must have been Rider's power.
制約ではないと思う。それはマキリの禁樹であって得意とする魔術じゃないもの。まあ考えたところで意味ないわよ。さくらには魔術を使うだけの魔力がないもの。そんな余分な力真っ先に刻印中に食べられるんだから、魔術は組み立てられないはずよ。
そうか、それならいい。で、遠坂から見てさくらってどれぐらいの腕前なんだ。魔党の
魔術回路の数で言うなら私と同じぐらいよ。シロ、私たちが姉妹ってこと忘れたの？
Ah, right. Now that she mentions it, that's why the Matos adopted her to begin with.
じゃあやっぱり遠坂と同じぐらい。
どうかしらね。私が五大元素でさくらは架空元素だったらしいわ。けどマトウは水属性だから無理やりそっちに変えられたのよ。鳥としてなら大空を飛べたものを無理やり海中に入れたらどうなると思う？
Oh man, this means nothing to me. I don't understand.
それとも
そう、海中に適応する体を得るだけで精一杯よ。遠坂でなら大成しただろうけど、無理やりマトウにさせられたさくらはシロと変わらないわ。うん、体を鍛えてある分あなたの方が何倍も強いでしょうね。
じゃあ仮に遠坂とさくらが魔術戦をすれば
10回中10回私の勝ち。さくらの魔力量じゃ私の防壁を突破できない。
She said I'd win. I see. I don't know what kind of magecraft Sakura can use, but her power dynamic with Tosaka is clear. Tosaka isn't the type to brag, so she probably is just stating the facts.
けど恥ずかしいな。さくらが魔術師だったことにも気づかなければさくらの腕前もわからない。これでさくらの保護者を気取ってたなんてとんだ大バカ者だ。
Tosaka's like, yeah, you think? You're stupid.
ね、さくらは体内の魔力を刻印中に食べられちゃうんだから、そばにいても魔術師だってわからないわよ。それにあの子はあなたにだけはバレないようにって頑張ってきたのよ。だからそんなこと間違っても本人の前で口にしないでよね。
Yeah, you don't have to tell me that twice. Even if Sakura is a mage, she's still Sakura. I'm not sophisticated enough to play games with her anyway. No matter who she is, all I can do is treat her the same way I always have.
そうだな。遠坂がそれでいいって言うんなら俺は今までと同じようにさくらとやっていく。魔術師として手を貸してもらおうなんて思わないけど、それでいいんだな。
もちろんよ。あなたがさくらに頼ろうなんて言い出したら、その時はさくらを私の家に連れ戻してたところ。
And kill her. No, I'm just kidding. The way she says it so gently with a smile makes my heart skip a beat. See, you're a great big sister, Tosaka.
けどそれも無理かな。さくら、あなたの家だと笑うんだもの。
Aww.
昨日から何が驚いたかって、それが一番驚いたわ。
That was a surprise? The thought seems to make Tosaka so happy.
笑うってさくらはその
Isn't her smiling normal? She's like, no. That's how she always is.
ええ、私の取り越し苦労だったけどね。そのさ、私はさくらとはあんまり話せないから、その代わりに暇さえあれば見てたのよ。あの子が私と同じ学園に入ってからは毎日のように弓道部に入り浸ってたし。
ああ、それは知ってるけど。
I was in that club, I know.
うん。それでね、しばらく経ってから気がついたのよ。あの子、一度も笑ってないって。
And do you know who never laughs? That's right, we're the perfect couple. That sounds pretty believable, even though I'm only hearing it for the first time. Now that I think about it, Sakura's always pretty gloomy at school.
まあ、それもあなたがいる時だけは別だったけど、たまにシロウが弓道部に来た時はさくらだって笑ってた。要するにさくらが元気な時はエミやシロウが目の前にいる時だけなのよ。
Osaka's saying something that should make me happy. Somehow,
さくら、人前では笑わないのか。
yeah, in one hand it's like, oh man, I must really mean something to Sakura, so that makes you happy. On the other hand, it's kind of like, for all the times I'm not with her, she's not happy. So, like, Shirou doesn't spend like every waking hour with her, so that means she's just unhappy most of the day. And that means that she's not able to really form relationships with other people as well, so that is honestly really sad. I feel like I just learned a terrible truth about her. I did remember Shirou saying like Sakura would have been like potentially really popular because she's like also very pretty, just like Tosaka, which, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense because they're sisters. But like she isn't, and that's because she doesn't really talk to people. I believe they actually mentioned this in like the beginning of the Heaven's Feel route when she was having the like flashback. It's past 1 in the morning by the time I head back to my room. Huh. So I guess we didn't really get much from the scouting thing this time. I plopped down on my futon. Tonight's patrol was fruitless. All we learned was that story on the morning news was true. Oh my god! The enemy I have to defeat. To be honest, when I think about that thing I'll have to fight eventually, it gives me chills and makes me want to vomit. Zulkin and Assassin are opponents that a human can still fight, but the other two aren't. I'm not even sure if the Shadow can die. As for Saber, I don't have a chance in hell of beating her. But now that innocent people are dying, it doesn't matter whether I can win or not. I touched the red cloth around my left arm. I do have a weapon. I don't know how well it will work, but still a weapon. The question is whether I can master it, and whether I'll be able to survive using it. I unwrap the red cloth. My blood starts to flow as soon as I loosen the binding. Suddenly, I feel like I hear a beast howling. Something stabs me. It's stabbing me throughout my body. Is this pain? If it is, then no pain I've felt before counts as pain anymore. Oh god. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! That uneven tatami, my bed's softness hurts me. I feel like I'm sitting on a hill of swords. The air is toxic, and I die 3 times from breathing it. A bird chirps in the distance. The wind is strong. There's no humidity. My skin dries out and turns into sand. It flows and slows away. I crumble away. Hot stakes stab me through the exposed holes, 32 of them, through my shoulder. Each of them delicately, meticulously, excellently, precisely skewers my internal jugular vein, trachea, spinal cord, sympathetic nerves, bilateral upper, middle, and lower lobes, aorta, heart, diaphragm, spleen, stomach, liver, and all 8 sections of my large intestine. I didn't know this large intestine had 8 sections. Gotta put it back on, put it back on! I'm crumbling. Time slows at a frightening pace. I watch 60 trillion cells crumble at a rate of 340 per second. There's no pain, there's no pain, there's no pain, there's only terror. The credits roll, invading with astonishing speed. What do you mean by the credits roll? He's like, oh no, this is the end of my life. Here are all the credits. Oh, wait, stop. The flashbacks stop on the maniacal level. Maniacal level, sorry. The death to come, the death in the past, the death happening now, the pain isn't physical pain, but a burst of rejection each time death strikes me. Oh god, it's that again. I hear a noise. I'm on my knees. It's the sound of my head hitting the floor. My eyes are hot. I realize I've been crying. I desperately stop a scream from escaping my throat. I curl up into a ball, tuck my head into my stomach, and clutch my left arm in my right hand, weeping. I'm scared. I haven't felt like this since the fire 10 years ago. I'm scared. It's a dread that every living creature feels. I'm scared. For the first time in my life, I want to escape my own doom. I don't reject death because it hurts, nor because I want to live. It just scares me. I tie the red cloth back on. I knot it over and over so that it never becomes loose again. I was sobbing. The priest said I'd die if I used my left arm. That's bullshit. I'll die if I even take off this shroud. My body might be able to take it, but my mind will go first. Even slightly loosening it and exposing the skin in the air was enough of a mental ordeal. If I couldn't even endure that, then I can't possibly live without the shroud. No, if this arm is a contradictory thing that no one should touch, then it's too late. My body is already a train on an abandoned and condemned railroad track, running to its final stop. A ship with its crack in its hull sinking into the ocean, depths that no one will save it. Only the passengers are unaware, and by the time they notice, it's already too late. Oh god! Whoa, what's this? My breathing is ragged. I was having a bad dream. I wiped the sweat from my forehead. Can't even stand up. I just stay curled up, bearing this pain. I don't understand my head. I don't understand. I can't remember. My left arm hurts. It hurts so bad. I wish I didn't have a left arm. I try to remember why it hurts so much, but I can't remember how I was feeling just a second ago. Ooh, the pain recedes. I managed to bundle up my disjointed mind. Must have been because I was sleeping. My scattered memories feel like chopped onions that should cook nicely if I organize them. You know, being in a lot of pain and then like relieving it is probably it sounds really weird. It's probably one of the most relaxing things to feel, and then it's probably not a bad way to go to sleep. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. See, adding a drizzle of soy sauce for some color, some pepper for flavor, and a pinch of potato starch to bring the mess all together. I love how even in his dreams when he's suffering and basically almost dying of pain, he's like, you know what, this would make a good recipe. More cooking. I mumble absently. My useless head, that only knows how to help others so much that it's a nuisance, comes up with one conclusion. I don't have to eat something that doesn't look tasty. I lost it already. It doesn't make sense to rely on something that isn't there. Therefore, Shirou Emiya has no weapons. He has to suppress this alien thing as long as he lives. And it'll taint him for the rest of his life. It's futile to restrain it with his claw. There's only one way to truly escape this poison. Let's cut it off. I know that, but I can't bear to let it go. The muzzle of a gun points at my temple. I imagine its trigger. Trace on? The left arm is the trigger. Once I pull it, it'll operate as designed and blow my brains out. Grumbling. In the dim light, I hold my breath and stare at the blank wall. I hold my left arm tight again and fall back down. Just cut it off. I close my eyes. I stifle my pathetic moans. It's time to sleep so I can be rested tomorrow. Okay. I hear a small noise. I wake up to the sound of footsteps in the wooden hallway. I wake up my hazy mind. It isn't quite 2 a.m. Less than 30 minutes have passed since I went to bed. I squirm out of my futon, unconsciously holding my left arm.
Sakura.
She's outside my room. I call out to the source of the noise outside my door. I don't sense her outside. I just had a feeling that she was there. Oh. Is she horny again? Does she need the blood? The door slides open. Sakura dreamily steps into my room. She stares at the ground, biting her lip in shame, unsure of what to say. She apologizes to me, as if blaming herself. I should be the one apologizing. I can't tell. He's apologizing, but I think she's gonna try to suck his blood. I should be the one apologizing. I know full well why she's here. It's the pain of her body panting in thirst. I stand up. Even if I apologize, I can't be forgiven for getting so wrapped up in my left arm that I forgot about Sakura's condition. Sakura nods, blushing. Once again, pretty sure this is an H scene. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Or, let's see, if they go back to the sucking the blood thing, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an H scene. But maybe Sakura sees the act of drinking blood as something immoral. He looks down with a troubled expression. Oh right, we can't get anything done this way. She bit my finger before, but we can share my blood in a smarter way this time. I stand up and go to the desk. Ah, did he just cut himself? Suddenly, my left arm moves. I'm just imagining that's Archer's like remaining soul being like, yeah, boy! Damn, I'm pathetic. As soon as I use my left arm, I remember my earlier pain. It doesn't hurt as long as I keep the cloth on, so what am I afraid of? With my right hand, I rummage around the desk and pull out a box cutter. I extend the blade and make sure that it isn't chipped or dull. Huh? If Sakura isn't gonna bite me, then I'll need to draw blood myself. That'd be easier if I had a syringe or some tubing, but unfortunately I don't. The fastest way to draw blood would be to cut myself. My right hand holds the box cutter. My left hand is wrapped in the cloth surrounding my left arm. I'm doing something foolish. If I'm holding the cutter in my right hand, that means I'd have to cut my left. But if it hurts that much after just loosening the cloth, cutting it is clearly out of the question. Yeah, I was thinking it's like, how's he gonna cut himself? I guess he would have to cut himself in somewhere that's not his arm. So maybe like, this might sound weird, but like his thigh? I don't know. His stomach? I don't know. All places that would be weird to, you know, get sucked. Still, my left hand isn't dexterous enough to make short, precise movements while holding anything thin. I consider what to do next. I hear the echoes of a howl. It tells me that it still isn't too late, that this arm is too heavy a burden to bear. Remember how much you suffered just from loosening the cloth. It isn't too late. You have a blade. Let's cut it off. It's gonna keep invading your body for the rest of your life, and it will be a constant struggle to keep it in check. You'll have to live with it, never knowing when the bomb you're carrying might go off. So, you might as well take that knife and cut the timer, at least. I freeze, still holding the box cutter. I told myself I wouldn't have any more doubts, but they were all resurrected as soon as I picked up this blade. My heart beats a cold, mechanical rhythm, and my eyes lose focus. Oh my god, oh, thanks for breaking me out of my pain illusion. Her voice breaks me out of the chains. I put the knife down and take a deep breath.
悪い。少し考え事をしてた。どうでもいいことだが気にしないでくれ。
そうなんですか。でも、先輩顔色が。
Don't worry, I'm alright because I can't use my left no more.
ちょっと胸焼けがしてるだけだ。今の桜に比べたら大したことじゃないさ。待ってろ。この程度の傷ならすぐに。
I slightly moved the box cutter. The pain is just a slight pinch. No big deal.
よし、これなら。
Blood leaks out. Brighter than I expected. Now Sakura can't... Oh, she want that blood. Oh. I drop the box cutter. Sakura stares at my wound and at the red liquid trickling down my arm. She's wearing a slack expression. It's like she was never scared to begin with. Another suck. Her eyes look like she's in a trance. Her lips are half parted and her pale throat gulps with desire. She gets on all fours, crawls over my futon towards me. It reminds me of a graceful four-legged beast.
Sakura.
I don't know how to react to this sudden change. I just extend my arm, blood dripping from its wrist to Sakura. That's a lot of blood. A drop of blood falls from my fingertips. It falls on her soft, wet lips. Her tongue flicks out, lapping up each drop. Spellbound, Sakura licks my finger. I feel the smooth texture of her tongue on my finger. I don't even notice the pain. It's happening again. The irresistible feeling is coming. You're such a snack. Sakura looks beautiful and bewitching as she licks my arm. Her scent enters my mind and arouses me. Any fear she showed earlier is long gone. It's like she's licking honey. Her lips draw closer to the cut. Cover the wound, which has been leaking blood. Ah, my eyes, it's so red. I'm struck by the indescribable pleasure. My shoulders go so limp that I think my arms might fall off. It's an enchanting sweetness, unlike when she was only licking me. I grit my teeth, keeping my voice down. The blood is taken, and pleasure flows into its place. Ilya's like, I wonder what they're doing next door. The pain of the wound is hazy, and I can barely even register what's happening to my right arm. Sakura sucks on my arm, draining it dry. I know that she's just doing it to recover her magical energy, but so sweet. Even her murmuring voice resonates with my nerves. The ecstasy of having my blood sucked reaches my shoulders, and the discomfort and fear of my left arm is drowned out by pleasure in my right. Ow, my eyes! Before I know it, I'm embracing her. I use the arm that Sakura is sucking to pull onto her and hold her against my chest. Wait, what? How do you do that while she's sucking your... Like, if she's sucking your right arm, how do you use that arm to pull her in? I can't. What? Whatever. Sakura continues slacking. Sakura continues slacking her thirst, savoring my blood.
私の先輩
More than her soft body, I'm drunk on the touch of her lips on my arm and the honeyed pleasure of being drained. It's an indescribable impulse rises in my chest. I want to hug Sakura until she breaks. She sucks it all up. The sensation of having not just my blood but my vitality sucked away as well. And my pleasure died hazy in mind. It'd be really oh god. I feel like this reminds me of something. Doesn't matter. I don't care about those misgivings. How long do we stay like this? Sakura reluctantly pulls her lips away from my arm. My head feels heavy. It feels like Sakura's sucking on me. It's like my mind is floating in the air. Still, I try to see if Sakura's okay. You okay, girl? Okay.
ごちそうさまでした、先輩。
Sakura drops her gaze apologetically. Then I feel the last drop of tension leave me, as if I use up all of my magical and physical strength. Oh man, this is gonna be a good sleep. The lights go off in my head with a zap. I can't think about what comes after. I can't remember Sakura's gentle touch on my arm, or the pleasure of having my blood drained. Like giving my blood to Sakura was just a dream. I fall into a deep slumber. My thoroughly exhausted body forgets it all. How Sakura treated my cut and went back to her room, anxiety lingering in the back of my mind. Everything that's happened tonight. I fall back in the light sleep I was in 1 hour ago. Okay, is that the end of the day? No. Oh shit, we get the red interlude. 11, 2. Heavens feel. It is in a sea of red. Water covers familiar landscape, making the town seem like a fish tank. There's no air. Each time it breathes, something dark coils in its throat. It craves oxygen, but the harder it tries to breathe, the more the heavy air fills its lungs like water. So it's not different from being in the ocean. Oh, we're on the roof of that building. It pants, feeling suffocated. It was meant to live on land, and it wasn't born in the sea. Seeking to exit the water, it climbs towards the highest place in town. Still, it feels breathless. Looking down at the vast cityscape, its throat burns due to lack of oxygen, and its suffering causes it to despise the peacefully sleeping city. I can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe. There's no air here. There's no pain here. Can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe. It's dragging something. The body is bewitchingly slippery and colorful. Can't breathe, not enough. Can't breathe. Oh, there we go. Dark hands gathered several corpses. Red hands squeezed several corpses. Not enough, not enough, not enough, not enough! With a squishing noise, something splashes all over it. It lacks oxygen. It's hard to breathe oxygen. The water pressure doesn't care. The water pressure is unbearable. A flowing liquid covers its body. Most likely, it believes that this is where the waterproof suit that it needs to survive in this ocean. It reaches out with its warped hands. Moonlit dark hands become a giant sorry, I'm messing up a lot. Oh, descending to crush part of the town. Yeah, like this is weird because like clearly, obviously from like 2 episodes ago, the Black Shadow and Sakura seem to have a connection since it seems to have her voice, but they're clearly in 2 different places, right? She wakes from her sleep. She gasps for air. Aghast at the shockingly realistic dream, she hugs her burning hot body. Everything's red again. Suddenly, she feels something wet. It was her! Both of her hands are covered in the dark red. She shuts her eyes and thrusts her hand away from herself. When she warily opens them again, her hands are clean. Even if it was just a hallucination, she can't stop shaking. She trembles with fear, shuddering like a broken machine. The shaking might cause the rattling bolts in her ears to fall out. She imagines all of her insides falling out one by one until she's lost too many parts to move anymore. The visual terrifies her so badly that she can't stop shaking.
そうだ、
She goes to the bathroom. She can't take more than a few steps. Her trembling limbs won't obey her. She nearly falls over, bracing herself on the desk. Her vision is hazy. She can't walk to the door or even see it clearly. She can't remember what she was just dreaming about or why she got out of her bed. She's breaking. She can't remember anything. She can't think of anything. All she feels is despair. Desire and hunger. All she wants are warm bodies and kind, gentle words. She's slumped against the desk, shaking her head. She's filled with fear and boundless self-loathing. Something's wrong with her. She knows something is wrong with her. Why isn't it enough? She got more just a few hours ago, but it isn't enough at all. Senpai wasn't enough. I need more. She was so happy, thinking that there must be no greater joy on earth. So why isn't it even close to enough? It must be because of how hollow and empty she is. That's why he isn't enough to fill her up. But she doesn't want anyone else to fill her up. That's why she wants to keep becoming his forever and ever. Thought it'd be fine if her feelings, if other people, if it all went away. So why didn't she make it happen? It's so mysterious, but she can't help not knowing why, and so she naturally thought they might be able to do it for her. That was a really long ass sentence with a lot of commas. He's giddy. Oh no, we got Yandere Sakura coming back. It isn't some kind of strange delusion. Just for an instant, she thought that sounded fun. And it terrifies her. She steadily she steadies herself on the table. Sorry. Her body feels like it's about to fall apart, but she hangs on. Day by day, the scary dreams are becoming clearer. Day by day, the scary dreams stop being scary. That's why she's starting to break. Until now, it was only her body. But now her mind is starting to go. She mumbles and weeps, biting her lip. It's fine if her memories are vague. She doesn't need to remember what happened a few hours ago. Her limbs won't listen to her. She isn't afraid of falling asleep forever. But she doesn't want to stop being herself. She doesn't want to be a bad person. She'll keep going crazy bit by bit until she finally snaps. Once that happens, she's sure that she'll be the greatest cause of his suffering. He's afraid of that. He's afraid of going crazy. It terrifies her more than anything else so far. If she loses it, he won't touch her anymore. He won't love her anymore. They won't be able to be together anymore, and she won't even know when they are. That's not all. If she goes insane, he'll be with some other woman. She doesn't want that. Not at all. She always thought that he deserved someone better, but now she can't allow it to happen. After all, he already belongs to her. So she's afraid. Afraid of not knowing what she'll do once it happens. She knows how bad things are, and there's no way out. She can't tell anyone about her problem. If she does, she'll just end up back in the cold place she was before. She can't go back there, now that she's known warmth. She wants more. To be here with him, and to smile at him. She knows full well what she'll lose if this goes on. Her wish is a simple desire. Her own happiness. She has to ruin the one and only person who wants her to become happy. If she can't do that, then she'll just keep breaking where no one can see her. If she's going to go crazy anyway, then she might as well disappear now and turn into a monster while no one else is around. Surely that's the right choice, but she clings to it. Because she's warm, because she's happy, because she wants more. Why me, she wonders. Why is she the only one that has to be cut off from such simple wants? She shakes off her weakness. She's not jealous. She doesn't resent anyone. She defends herself. She just wants a little more time. She shakes her head in denial. In her empty head, she covers her dark heart. There's no off-ramp to happiness on this road. She turns away from an answer she already knows. Her clouded mind has long since fallen into a nightmare. She forces herself to stop wishing for someone to help her. She just keeps crying alone. Meanwhile, Tosaka's in the next room like, she makes some weird noises. Interlude. Out. This is really Alright, now I think we're heading to the next day. Yep. Let's head into it. Okay, we are at February 10th. Or sorry, February 11th, which should be day 12, if I recall correctly. Heaven's Feel 12. Overdose. Oh no. That does not sound good. Okay, no dream to wake us up. Morning. Slowly, my mind. Ooh, reset. Reverse. Morning. Slowly, my mind wakes up and I sluggishly sit up. It'd be funny if they just kept looping. It's like, morning. Slowly, it's morning. The clock reads after 8. I'm late. Okay, I'm not exactly late since I'm not going to school, but I definitely overslept. I get up and get changed. While changing from my pajamas to my regular clothes, I'm forced to look at my left arm whether I like it or not. I try lifting my arm during my morning stretches. No problem there. I can lift it up to the shoulder level, exactly as I intended. It's improving day by day. Still can't feel anything through it, but at this rate, by tomorrow it should... Wow. I feel like we just skipped a step there. We just teleported from his room to the shed. Ilia's in front of me. Oh. Okay, Shirou's like, yeah, I think we skipped a step too, dude. I meant to go to the living room, but I somehow ended up in the shed. Huh. My answer sounds absurd even to me. I must not be fully awake yet. I'm feeling fucking terrible, girl. I shake my head. I'm still physically exhausted, but the drowsiness is gone. Iliad realizes. Oh snap! G is making breakfast. Iliad cheerfully runs back into the yard. It's a clear day. The sky is a bright blue, washing away yesterday's gloom. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with comfortably cool air. Wait, what? What? She did. The first thought that comes to my now operational mind is her last remark. Ilia's breakfast, I'm looking forward to it, but the notion makes me very uneasy. I can say with confidence that Ilia has never been in a kitchen before, much less picked up a chef's knife. I head towards the living room, feeling the prickly grass beneath my feet. I'm shocked again. Talk about sleepwalking. What was I thinking coming out here barefoot? What is happening? I'm confused. What is happening? I arrive in the living room almost 4 minutes later, after taking the time to clean off the dirt off my feet. What? What? For a second, Sakura gave him the stink eye. Oh, what? I nearly bumped into Sakura when I entered the living room. Huh? Sakura stares at me. I wonder if she didn't hear me. I reach out to her, thinking her fever might have come back, but... If you played the original version, you definitely understand why I'm blushing right now. He greets me at full volume, making my concern unwarranted. But it wasn't enough. Huh? Sakura speaks haltingly. I'm glad she's upbeat, but the fact that she doesn't look calm makes me worried too. In your bedroom, she trails off. Sakura mumbles bashfully. Oh, now I remember. How could I forget? Last night. Wait, we haven't seen that CG yet. Huh. That was a different CG. I held Sakura. Or rather, she embraced me. Heat suddenly rises to my head. It instantly reaches boiling point, as if all my blood below my neck was just pumped there. Really happened, right? It wasn't a dream. Blushing with an expression that seemed to blame me somehow, she nods. Wow. Just when I thought my face couldn't get any hotter, it does. Oh! Oh, it's implying that there was more than just sucking involved? Oh! Meaning that last night. Oh, okay, that's the CG. Shirou Emiya's rational mind labeled everything that happened as a dream and filed it away. Wait, not that. I clumsily apologized to her, holding my dizzy head in my hand. Her shy smile is like a mortal blow to the heart. Ah, she got me. She's so lovely. I want to hug her again right now. If Ilya wasn't around and I didn't hear the TV on in the living room, I'd... If Ilya hadn't chimed in right on cue, I might have charged straight into the super mushy mode again. I make a sharp turn like a robot and head for the living room. I desperately move my sluggish arms and legs, taking control of my mind and driving the desire into a corner of it. Claire, what is this mess gonna be? Ilya thrusts a plate at me as soon as I enter the living room. Arranged on it are a black piece of toast, soft-looking sunny-side up eggs, and a neatly cut tomato. I accept it, still feeling dizzy, take up my usual place at the dining table, and bite into the crunchy toast. The toast aside, she did a good job on the eggs. I wonder if she learned by watching or if Sakura and Tosaka taught her. Anyway, I better give her full marks on this first attempt. I keep chewing on the toast. Ilya watches me eat, looking neither proud nor ecstatic, just satisfied. My voice saying that the toast has a texture of charcoal won't want to ruin the mood, because it actually does taste good. Oh, okay. Everyone has their own preferences. Some people happen to like their toast black and hard. When did you get here? Osaka looks at the TV. It's on and playing the news. Am I having deja vu? The story they're talking about should have happened a long time ago. Suddenly, my sluggish mind kicks back into gear. I read the caption on the screen. Koma's in Shinto last night in the early dawn. Wait, last night in the early... That sounds kind of weird. People lost consciousness and didn't wake up. It's hard to believe that they have the same cause as the mass poisonings that happened recently, but something is different about them. They were affected in an area 50 meters wide. It had only happened within a single building or so, but the radius of the latest incident was dramatically wider. But that isn't the problem. At the end of the news report, the number of victims is listed. 3 digits worth of people in the hospital and people missing too.
そう。行方不明者14名。調べればもっと増えるだろうけど、とりあえずは全体の10分の1ってことで落ち着きそうね。完全に飲まれてしまった人間は。
I was like, 3 digits? 14 isn't 3. Oh no, that's a tenth of the people. My mind freezes. Unconsciously.
わかった？これが造剣の仕業か、あの影の仕業かはわからないけど、どっちにしたって、今までとは段違いの犠牲者が出たことに変わりはない。
I don't think of it. We haven't contacted Tiger in a long time. And we've been skipping school, so like, if anything, I feel like Tiger should like keep up with this, or like at least touch base, because we're basically her family, but she hasn't even asked us anything in like the last 3 days or something.
この分でいけば、数日後
When people are disappearing.
丸ごと飲み込まれかねないわ。
I squeezed my wrapped left arm tightly.
遠坂、行方不明になった人たちは
Dead? I confirm with her. Without saying anything, she looks away and nods.
話はここまでよ。シローの気持ちはわかるけど、罪悪感は後にして。いい？あいつらは私たちに手がないと思ってやりたい放題やり始めた。なら、
Whoops.
舐められてる私たちが何をするべきか確認するまでもないでしょ？
Surprise attack? Osaka quietly stands up. Her destination is clear. The Mato household? Without beckoning me to come along, she heads for the dojo. Okay. Dojo time.
で、担当直入に聞くけど、腕の調子はどうなの？シロ。
Right now or yesterday? Because yesterday it hurt like hell. Osaka launches straight into business as soon as we enter the dojo.
そうだな。普通に動かせるぐらいにはなった。けど、そういう話をしているんじゃないよな、遠坂は。
ええ、私が聞いているのはアーチャーの腕として理解できたかってことだけよ。
Ilya watches us both, saying nothing. I can claim without a doubt that Tosaka has no idea what this arm really is. She doesn't know the terror that it made me feel last night. She doesn't know that taking off the cloth will be the end of me. She doesn't know that merely exposing its skin, never mind using Archer's power, will destroy Shirou Emiya's body. I remember the sensation, inescapable death, that claustrophobic feeling of being buried alive. Having my world's emptiness painted over by something alien to me, and watching that world shrink as I meet a silent absolute end. A mere taste of that memory makes the thought replay in my shuddering head. I can't use this arm. If I do, I'll die. My death will be all but certain without a miracle to save me.
どうなの？私の魔術刻印を移してから1日経ったんだから少しは手応えがあるはずよ。さあ答えて。あなた、アーチャーの腕で何ができるかもう分かっているの？
Huh? Hold on. Osaka's asking something completely different from what I'm thinking. Does she think I can use Archer's arm already?
それはアーチャーの腕を制御できるかって話じゃなくて、アーチャーのホグが何であるかって話か、遠坂。
そんなの当たり前でしょ。シローはアーチャーの腕を使ったらまずいんだから使わせるわけないじゃない。何？それとも使う気でいたっていうの？あんたは。
Osaka's genuinely angry at me.
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだが、なんとなくそういう流れかなと。
そういう流れってどういう流れよ。まったく。言っとくけど、どんな状況になろうとアーチャーの腕だけは使わせないからね。
But if we really need to, we have to make sure that's an option.
シローも私の許可なしで使おうなんて思わないで。そのアーチャーの代わりなんだから勝手に死なれたら困るじゃない。
I take it all back. Osaka does know. After all, she's a far more skilled mage than I am. She knows better than I do what will happen if I start trying to use this arm.
それでどうなの？アーチャーの宝具が何であるか理解できた？
Yeah, his noble phantasm is I fucking love swords. I don't know what Tosaka expects me to say, but
もういい加減言ってあげればシロ。そんなのアーチャーの腕を移植された時から知ってるって。
come on, you already know this stuff.
ちょっと今の本当なの？シロ。
まあ本当だと思う。アーチャーのホグはあいつの投影魔術で武器を複製することだろう。
I'm not confident in my answer since it was just a hunch I had without any proof.
緊張して損した。要するにもう繋がってるんだ。それはそれで助かるけど、どうして黙ってたのよイリア。シローがアーチャーの投影魔術を知ってたのならいちいち確認取る必要なかったじゃない。
I'm kind of curious what kind of like preparation she had to do with Ilya. I don't remember that.
どうしても何も聞かれなかったから言わなかっただけよ。リンはシローに投影をさせたがっているんだから伝えるのはリンの役目でしょ。私が口出しすることじゃないわ。
何よその口ぶり。あなたあそこまで用意しておいてやめるって言うんじゃないでしょうね。
What preparation?
それは
Tell
リン
me.
とシローが決めることでしょ。確かに宝石剣を複製できればリンの勝ちよ。
Oh, the jeweled
だからこ
sword.
そ私も手を貸してあげたけど、それは私の義務だから手を貸しただけ。 決してあなたの方針に賛同したからじゃないわ。
We had a different sword in the Fate route. I think that was like Azoth, and I think one of the swords called like, I think the jeweled sword is called like Zeldritch or something. I forgot. I know Zeldritch is the name of something else, but like, I'm just remembering this craft essences from FGO. I actually don't remember what if this was ever mentioned before. Huh? Who the what now? Based on what they're saying, it sounds like Tosaka wants me to project something.
いいかな。要するに何か複製したいものがあるのか、トサカ。
そうよ。シローにはあるものを複製してもらうわ。
Oh, okay, I see. So they want him to reproduce this jeweled sword. That's why Tosaka was asking, wait, the way you project things is weird. When you project something, it stays in reality. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be a temporary thing. She asked about Shirou when we were at her place, and she was like, this is really weird.
私たちだけじゃセイバーにもあの影にもかなわない。だからサーバントにとって変わるサーバント以上の魔術講師、霊体であるサーバントを打倒する概念武装を作り上げなくちゃいけないのよ。
I summon gun.
概念武装。それって決められた事柄を実行するっていう固定化された魔術品のことだっけ？
ええ、物理的な衝撃で相手を打倒するのではなく、概念コンパクトしての重みで相手を打倒するアウトブレイカー。あなたにはその中でも特殊なうちに伝わる探検を投影してもらうわ。目標はセイバーの宝具に対抗できるだけのものを作ること。
Of course, her family treasure, like sacred weapon or is a jeweled sword.
バーサーカーを倒したセイバーの宝具は見たでしょ。単純な火力で言えばセイバーは他の追随を許さない。
What about Enuma Elish? She's like, how do you know about that? Different route, sorry.
影だってセイバーの宝具を受ければ跡形もないだろうし、私たちだってあんなものを振るわれたら防ぐこともかわすこともできない。けど逆に言えば急増ですぐ壊れる模造品でもセイバーの宝具を上回る剣さえ作れれば、あとは戦い方次第ってわけ。
It'll be a broken phantasm. Ah, I get it. It's a rational plan. If their biggest edge is Saber's noble phantasm, then we just have to make something stronger than it. Making a weapon that making a better weapon than our enemies. That's one of the surest and most simple paths to victory. However, how the fuck am I supposed to do
それだ
that?
けの宝具を投影するなんてできないぞ、俺。いや、そもそも投影魔術が成功したことなんて一度も。
ええ、私たちが知っている投影が成功したことなんて一度もないでしょうね。けどあなたの投影はそういうレベルの話じゃない。今まではやり方がわからなくて間違った方法で間違った投影を行っていただけ。けどアーチャーの知識があるならあとはそれをなぞるだけでいい。アーチャーという見本を知っている今のあなたなら投影は必ず成功する。
Bro got the cheat guide. Tosaka says it with confidence. I'm afraid I don't quite share it.
いい？前にも言ったけどあなたは強化じゃなくて投影の魔術使いなの。そのあなたがより上位の複製者であるアーチャーの魔術理論を踏めば本物と同じ能力を持つ複製品とまではいかないだろうけどオリジナルに似た能力を持つ複製品を形取れる。それ以外のフォローは私たちの役割よ。私とイリアは今あなたに投影してもらう武器の
Oh,
材
that's what the
料をでき
preparations
るだけ
were.
オリジナルに沿うように用意してるわ。投影時の資料になる設計図はイリアがリーディングで解析中だし、本物に使われていた材料は私の方で用意してる。まだ準備に時間がかかるけどこれが揃ったらあとはシロー次第よ。シローが形だけでも大主婦のパスを複製してくれれば造剣と正面からぶつかっても勝機が見える。
Basically, they're gonna supply me with a blueprint and materials that are used to build something. No complaints here, but if we can use it to beat Zoken, I'm happy to go along with Tosaka's plan, except...
仮に俺がその武器を投影できるとするぞ。その場合材料はいらないだろう。オリジナルがあるならそれを見せてもらえればあとはこっちで真似事をする。 材料なんて用意してないで今すぐ試してみればいい。
バカ、それができるなら2日前に試させてるわよ。いい？今のシローじゃ投影はできて1回。それも必ずどこかにほころびができるイメージになる。それじゃあ意味ないでしょ。土蔵に転がっている出来損ないと同じ。形はそっくりでも中身がないっていう偽物を作られたらたまんないわ。
けど俺はその偽物しか作れないぞ。
I'm somewhat of a faker, so I've heard.
だからそのフォローを私たちがしてるんじゃない。投影に必要な魔力と知識を補うためにできる限り本物に近い素材を作っておいて、あとはそれにあなたのイメージを重ねて固定化するってわけ。簡単な足し算よ。シローのイメージと私たちが用意した材料を足してより高い数値を求める。
まあアーチャーの腕で投影すれば材料や元になる設計図にいらないんだろうけど、そういうわけにもいかないでしょ。
So she's like, I want you to extract all the knowledge of how the cheat works without using your cheat. Because if you use the cheat, you'll explode and you'll get banned. But if you understand how the cheat works and use non-cheat methods, then we can get value out of it.
アーチャーの腕に頼らないで戦う武器を用意するって言ったら、もうこの方法しかないのよ。
元からあるものを投影で強化するってことか。そうだな。それなら少しは。
A little more realistic, like an outcome I could manage or
け
practice.
ど成功するかどうかわからないぞ。強化だってマスターになる前までまともに成功しなかったんだ。そんな離れ技ぶっつけ本番でできるとは思えない。
ああ、それは大丈夫。
That's why we're here, to
シロ
practice.
にはこれから投影の練習とアーチャーの知識の引き出しを猛特訓してもらうから。
そうか。俺もその方がいいんだけど、なんか嬉しそうだな。
It's called Spartan training.
まさかここんところずっとエリアと積み木遊びしてたから、出来の悪い教え子とコミュニケーションするのもいいかなって思ってるだけよ。
I shudder, remembering the bizarre sensation I felt yesterday. It was an ordeal where Tosaka stripped me down, closed in on me, and jammed her finger inside me. Oh my god. That ended without incident, but if it's gonna happen again today... I might get a gold scolding from Sakura, who's resting in her room.
と冗談は置いておいて話は分かってくれた？それなら最後の確認をしておきたいんだけど。
最後の確認？
この作戦でいいかってことよ。結局私たちはシローの投影に頼るしかない。アーチャーの腕は使わせないけど、それでもアーチャーから魔術を習う以上、シローの体にはアーチャーっていうサーバントの毒が混ざる。それでもシローはこの方針に従ってくれる？
いや、従うも何も造剣が倒せるなら文句はないぞ。魔術の鍛錬だって遠坂が指導してくれるなら頼もしいし。
はっきり言うわ。アーチャーの魔術を習うってことはアーチャーの腕の束縛を解くってことよ。
Alright, then let's not do
つまりね
it.
ここで投影の鍛錬をする間はその正外符を外せって言ってるのよ。
Oh
私は。
shit. My thoughts freeze in place. Take off the holy shroud? Just barely loosening it last night struck me with sheer terror and I wound up shaking and sobbing. She wants me to unleash this poison again? My answer goes without saying. I nod. No, I can't do it. So this is actually one of the choices that has lasting consequences, and I'll explain what it is eventually. But right now I need to save. So the first one I'm going to do is, no, I can't do it. If I go to the flowchart, it'll go here, determination, the error of indecision. I can't do it, man, it's so scary. The pain from last night springs to mind. I was terrified by the indescribable agony and unavoidable death. But more than that, I'm afraid of what I'll do once I set this arm free.
ダメだ、遠坂。この布だけは外せない。外したら取り返しのつかないことになる。
I give her a firm answer, fighting down the terror, and...
よくできました。へえ、そう簡単にその布を外されたらこっちが困るわ。
Tosaka seems very happy, even though I said no.
遠坂、俺はダメだって言ったんだが。
分かってる。 ごめんね。今のはただのテストだったの。あなたは危ないところがあるから事前に釘を刺しておこうと思って。これではいなんて答えたら体中がんじがらめにしてたところよ。
Well, she's gonna tie up my hands and feet later.
テストって、俺を試したのか、遠坂。
ええ、シローの気持ちを知りたかったから。いい？さっきも言ったけど、私はあなたにアーチャーの腕なんて使わせない。それは決して正外譜を外させないってことよ。あなたの覚悟を試した私が言えることじゃないけど、それを外そうなんて決して思わないで。それを外すってことはもう戻れなくなるってことだから。
It's an earnest plea, not a warning. I squeeze my wrapped left arm. It's true that I don't want to take this off, but that
アー
means
チャーの魔術を習うってのはどうするんだ。布を解かないとあいつの魔術構成は引き出せないんじゃないのか。
もちろん。だからここは無理を承知で少しだけ正外譜の工作を緩めてもらうわ。
そうだな。じゃあさっき遠坂が言った布を外せっていうのは。
ええ、少しだけ布を緩めろってことよ。けどそれだって大事だから、まずシローの覚悟を試してみたってわけ。
well, what do you know? I have practiced for that already yesterday night. It really
と
hurt.
もある。これはいつかやらなくちゃいけないことでもある。シローだっていつまでも布を巻いたままなんて嫌でしょ。せめて自分で巻き直せるぐらいできないとこの先やっていけないんだから。お風呂の問題とか何かの拍子で外れたりとか。
Oh god, that'd be the worst cramp ever.
ああ、そうだな。
でしょ。だから今のうちにせめて布が緩まった程度の反動には耐えられるようになっておかないと。昨日の刻印はうまく馴染んでいるようだし、耐魔力だって上がっているし、意識の保護はイリアがやってくれるから、今なら5分ぐらいは OK なんじゃないかしら。
イリアが保護するって、そのイリアと2人でアーチャーの腕を押さえつけろってことか。
ちょっと違うよ。私が守るのはあくまでシローの精神だけで、アーチャーからの逆流を我慢するのはシローの役目。シローはアーチャーの経験を引き出さなくちゃいけないんだから、防ぐんじゃなくて耐えなくちゃいけないでしょ。
I see. If Ilya blocks the magical energy flow from Archer's arm, I won't be able to learn his magecraft. Even if it's toxic to me, I can't learn what it contains unless I taste it myself.
わかった。じゃあ俺は布を緩めてできるだけ左腕からの逆流に耐えればいいんだな。
ええ、その時は目を閉じて内側に意識を向けること。魔術回路を開く時と同じだから簡単でしょ。とにかくシローはアーチャーの投影技法を体験するだけでいい。身に染みさせるだけでいいんだから、間違っても理解しようだなんて思わないでね。ごめん、ちょっと席を外すわ。あとはよろしくね、イリア。すぐに戻るから、その間にシローを鍛えてあげてちょうだい。
And with that, Tosaka suddenly leaves the dojo. Though not with any urgency.
どうしたんだあいつ。
さあ、何か忘れ物でもしたのよ。
Oh yeah, I bet you know. You know.
そんなことよりシローにはやることがあるでしょ。拘束を緩めるなんてバカな真似は反対だけど、シローが約束したのなら手伝ってあげる。さあ、リンが戻ってくるまでに済ませましょう。
Ilya goes behind me and places a cool hand on my back.
イリア。
いいから目をつぶってシローが一番得意な瞑想をして。魔術回路が開いたらこっちでシローの意識をプロテクトして正外譜の拘束を緩めるわ。タイミングはこっちで測るから、シローは流れてくる魔力に耐えてるだけでいい。けどくれぐれも死ぬ気で耐えて。左腕からの反動でシローは間違いなく飲み込まれるから。
I nod and slowly close my eyes. Quickly and quietly, I still my mind and create a different nerve inside my body. In just a few days, it becomes much easier to create my pseudo nerves. Then, just as I complete the line of light running down my back,
余計な忠告をするね、シロー。リンが知ってるのは英霊の腕を移植された人間の痛みだけよ。
Actually, where am I in the flowchart now?
これがどういうことになるか分かってないけどそれも仕方ないわ
Yeah, he's like, you have an arm? That's cool. Now let's see. I know it hurts, but like, let's see how we can use it. It's like, yeah, you don't understand how badly it hurts. It hurts really fucking badly.
シロとアーチャーの関係を知っているのは
Ah.
この世で私だけなんだから
Ilya says something in a strange in a voice I can't quite hear. I wonder why Ilya knows that. I genuinely don't know. Alright. See the flowchart? So, as you notice, we're here now. So, you don't actually get this event unless you get this part, which is why I wanted to, like, you know, make that note. Okay, in that case, let's go back and be like, yeah, I'll take off the shroud.
それでどうにかなるんなら
I scrounge up every last bit of strength and grit, and
遠坂の方針に従うこの布外せばいいんだな
time to bind your arms and legs! I managed to make myself nod.
そうやっぱりそうきたわけ
Ah, you stupid idiot.
なんだよ遠坂今の答えじゃ不満か
別にあんたに脅しなんて意味なかったって再確認したところ正外符を外してもいいだなんてあっさり言うとは思わなかっただけで答え自体には満足よ
This means you lied to me in the other route. Osaka huffs and turns away, clearly unhappy.
変だぞ遠坂こっちが覚悟を決めてうなずいたっていうのに俺が悪いみたいじゃないか
変なのは私の方よ
I forgot that you're this reckless.
その答えを欲しがったのにいざ言われたら頭にくるなんてどうかしてるけどシロさっきも言ったけど私はあなたにアーチャーの腕なんて使わせないそれは決して正外符を外させないってことよ
Oh, so this part should loop
あな
back
た
to
の
the
覚
other
悟を
part.
試した私が言えることじゃないけど二度と正外符を外すなんて言わないでそれを外すってことはもう戻れなくなるってことだから
Alright, so yeah, we get to skip the training part. But after we do, we'll get this other scene. That's right. It's another interlude. Ba-da-da-doo. 12-1, Heaven's Feel. Since Tosaka left the room, it has to be Tosaka or Sakura. Yeah, okay, it's Tosaka's POV. The two sisters leave the dojo and enter the yard. Oh. Sakura was in the... I didn't know Sakura was in the dojo. Or maybe she was just outside listening to it. After confirming that her senpai will go that far, she's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
どういうつもりさくら体が悪いんだからおとなしく部屋で休んでいるんじゃなかったの
Ah, okay. Rin Tosaka looks down on the girl with an icy glare rather than concern. Sakura uneasily drops her gaze. Neither of them exchange any words. Rin sternly scolds Sakura for poking her nose where it doesn't belong, while Sakura can't find the will to say anything due to her feelings of indebtedness and inferiority.
さくらエミヤくんが心配になって見に来たのなら戻りなさいそれだけの理由なら私も見なかったことにしてあげるから
Sakura trembles slightly. The older sister's rebuke is severe. She knows full well how insecure and gloomy Sakura is, even as she drives at her.
私はただ
Even as she feels pressured by Rin, Sakura works up her resolve to stand up to her big sister, whom she looks up to so much. However,
説明は不要よ私は部屋に戻れって言っているのここで何を言われようがあなたを道場に入れることだけはしないから
his naked body is just for me. Rin cuts her off mid-sentence.
そんな中に入れないってどうしてですか
どうしても何もないわマスターとして行動するとき私たちにとってあなたは敵でしかないだけいいさくら戦闘に参加せずライダーでこの家を守ろうがあなたが造剣の手駒であることに変わりはないのそんな相手の前で鍛錬なんてできるわけないでしょ
All Sakura can do is stand there and take the cold lecture. Rin genuinely believes what she says. Unlike Shirou, she's constantly on guard against Zoken's next move. Or perhaps, she's absolutely sure that Sakura will turn on them. Sakura bites her lips in frustration. As Rin says, they don't know when Zoken will take action, which with each passing day, her body becomes hard to control and her memories more scattered. Even her sleep is plagued with nightmares and no longer the peaceful respite it once was. She could indeed lose her mind at any moment.
そういうこと。何よりそんな魔力不足の体でうろつかれちゃ迷惑よ。今のあなたはいつ倒れるかわからない。まあ今は落ち着いているようだから倒れたりしないだろうけど、無理をすればするほどエミヤくんが心配するわ。そうなれば彼今以上に追い詰められるわよ。それはあなたも望むところじゃないでしょ、さくら。
Rin's logic is completely sound. Frustrated by her own powerlessness, Sakura stares at the ground again.
分かってくれた？なら早く戻りなさい。お昼になったら呼びに行くから、それまでちゃんと休んでること。
She nods meekly. Rin turns her back on her little sister. The gesture seems to declare that Sakura Mato is a nuisance.
待ってください、姉さん。
何？まだ何かあるの？
はい。姉さんの話は分かりました。私も部屋には戻ります。けど、ちゃんと聞かせてください。姉さんは先輩に何をさせる気なんですか？姉さん、先輩はもう戦えないって分かってるんでしょ。なのに今日も先輩を呼び出して、これ以上何をさせようって言うんです。
I mean, to be fair, what it sounds like that Tosaka wants from Shirou is not him to fight, but him to construct something. Like, maybe she wants him to make a weapon that can surpass noble phantasms, but she doesn't want him to use it. Maybe she'll use it. Rin stops in her tracks.
何って魔術講座よ。このままじゃ造形にもセーバーにもあの黒い影にも勝てないでしょ。だからシローにはアーチャーの腕から魔術を引き出してもらう。アーチャーの腕は経験値の塊だからね。正外符の拘束を緩めれば、シローが眠っていても一方的に経験値が流れ込んでいって強引にレベルアップさせられるでしょ。
Sakura's a mage too, so she understands how reckless of an idea that is. What her sister is trying to do to Shirou is nothing of a torture, like trying to force 100 liters of fuel into his 10-liter tank. Of course, the excess gasoline is bound to spill out, and even if they do pour 10,000 points of experience into him, he can only retain 10. It will only cause him suffering. All Shirou will gain is less than a tenth of the agony he's forced to take. And more importantly, a normal mind could never endure such an experience. If a mud doll faces a tidal wave, it will soon be washed away without a trace. That's what it means to loosen that holy shroud.
じゃです。そんなことを続けたら先輩の体が持たない。それだけじゃない。先輩は姉さんを信じています。信じてるからそんな無茶なことだって受け入れる。けどそんなことをしていたら結局最後には姉さんの一言であの布だって外してしまうに決まってます。
Ah, okay. I was wondering, like, why do we have to basically say, yeah, I'm gonna do it for us to get this? It's because we have to, Sakura has to find out that, oh, Senpai is just willing to do anything. Is willing to listen to whatever Tosaka has to say to him, and that's gonna cause him to be in so much pain and torture himself, and she doesn't want that. So that's the reason why it has to be that.
Sakura.
She doesn't look down this time. Sakura glares defiantly at her sister, her ideal.
けどさくら、私が言わなくてもあいつは自分から正外符を外してたわ。さっき話しててそれが分かっちゃった。ほんとどうかしてるわ。私がどんな風に忠告してもね、きっと最後には何でもないことみたいに外しちゃうのよ、あいつ。そう、それが分かるからそんなことをしなくてもいい方法を提示するしかなかった。外さなくてもなんとかなるって知っていればあいつだってギリギリまで我慢するでしょ。だから私の役目はそのギリギリのうちに戦う道具を作らせること。
That's actually pretty smart of Rin. Yeah, because if she doesn't do it, I mean, at this point, Shiro's terrified of taking the shroud off. It's just that from Rin's POV, it's like, oh, he's doing it a little bit more. Maybe tomorrow he'll do it even more. So like, he's trying to make it so that, okay, we can find a way for you to not utilize this arm completely, but you'll keep doing what you're doing, but like you won't go overboard if we tell you that you don't need to go overboard. So yeah, that's basically what she's trying to do. But In reality, Shirou is like terrified of this because he's already experienced the monumental pain that comes with taking off the shroud, but she doesn't really know that he's afraid.
それが終わればシロを休ませる。閉じ込めてでもおとなしくさせて、聖杯戦争が終わるまで戦わせないわ。
Her sister's telling the truth. Rin Tosaka is being as considerate as she can, but that's only within her own heart. Sakura is the heir to an equally old lineage, so she knows that her sister has other
姉
priorities.
さん姉さんが先輩を案じてくれているのはわかります。けれど姉さんはそれだけです。もし今の方法でおじい様を倒せないと分かれば、姉さんはきっと使う。
Yeah, that's kind of right.
あなたは遠坂の魔術師ですから。勝つため、魔術師としての規律を守るためなら、姉さんは先輩を道具として使う人間です。
It's not a question, just a statement of fact. The Tosaka heiress closes her eyes. She's like, yep, you're right.
ええ、今の方法が失敗してゾウケンとあの影が昨夜のような強行を繰り返すなら、シロにはアーチャーの腕を使ってもらう。彼一人の命で済むのなら当然でしょう。
If you think about it, it's like she's kind of like a version of Kiritsugu, except like one that's trying really hard not to be. It's like when it comes down to it, you will sacrifice what is needed to save more people, but she's gonna try her darnest to avoid even reaching that step. But she sounds like she's willing to do it. She lays it out boldly.
そんなの勝手です。先輩は初めから聖杯なんて欲しがっていなかった。マスターになったのだって空前じゃないですか。ならもうこれ以上無理やり戦わせるなんて間違ってます。
何か勘違いしてるみたいね、さくら。
I'm not forcing him to do anything. He just keeps doing it, so I'm like directing him on how you should do it my way.
いい？私はシロに無理強いなんてしていないし、そもそも本当ならシロに発言権はないの。シロは私のアーチャーから腕をもらって一命を取り留めた。その後もあの腕に耐えながら受け入れている。
Huh. It's a slight typo, but between the word life and since there's a period, but there's no space between the period and the S. I'm like,
ならその時点であいつの命は私のものでしょ。シロにあの腕がある限り、あいつは私のアーチャーなの。わかる？この戦いが終わるまでシロは私の使い魔ってこと。さくらに口出しされる言われはないわ。私はあいつが戦いを望む以上全力で力を貸すし、貸してもらうだけなんだから。
she can't come up with a retort. Awed by her sister's confidence, the girl stands there, unable to say anything in reply.
話はそれだけ？じゃあ部屋に戻りなさい。ここにいられたら迷惑だって言ったでしょ。
Osaka Rin turns and goes back to the dojo. The girl watches her go as if gazing at the distant landscape. This yard that should be so familiar to her seems huge. She feels like there's nothing in it and nothing she can reach for. In the midst of her loneliness,
そう。先輩まで取っていってしまうの。姉さん。
yeah, he whispers in an empty voice. Yeah. Throughout the entirety of Sakura's feelings about Tosaka, it's always been a weird mix of admiration and honestly jealousy. Or not, I don't know if jealousy is the right word, but like, the idea of it's not fair how Tosaka can get everything she wants, even the things I wanted. And a lot of it's like, I don't know what the right phrase for that. I don't know if it is jealousy, but it's definitely another negative emotion that's like, it's believing the world's against her and believing that it's unfair that Tosaka gets everything that she wants and is taking everything. Is that jealousy? I'm not sure what the right word is. Then, I find Tosaka's face right in front of mine. I wonder when she came back.
何やってんだ、遠坂。
What did she say? Sorry.
なんでしょうね。様子じゃないの？
Okay, We're not completely understanding everything they're saying.
それよりお昼はリンとさくらの方が。
That's weird. What are they whispering about right in front of me?
遠坂、エリア。
Huh? I can't raise my voice. Something must be wrong with my throat.
せーの。
そんなんじゃダメ。
何話してるんだ、二人とも。
Oh, okay. I thought Shirou was out of it because I think he kind of is, but he's like, all right, you know what? I gotta get my shit together. What the hell are you doing? They suddenly stop whispering. Oh, my voice is back. It seems like yelling helped clear up my throat.
何よ、さっきまでは私の味付けも新鮮だとか言ってたくせに。シロ、辛いの苦手ってこと？
To be fair, it did seem like they were talking about lunch. So I bet, doesn't he look... Anyways, lunch between...
リンのは辛いんじゃなくてしびれるのよ。
Your freaking mapo tofu can burn a hole in my stomach. Stop it. Only serve that to a certain priest.
もうお昼はさくらに任せるって決まったんだから、いい加減諦めなさいよね。シロウだってさくらのシチューがいいって言ったんだから。
Apparently, they were talking about lunch.
あのな、今はそんな場合じゃな。
The time, I almost said. Look at the clock and it's almost noon. How the heck did that happen? How many hours passed? Something nags at me. Nothing's particularly wrong, but I feel a strange chill in the familiar dojo. Because... Oh, new weapon data added. It was just after 9 o'clock when Tosaka left. Knowledge I don't know in my head. Why are we talking about food? I joined the conversation. Speaking of which, what details of every weapon are in my head? Ilya's worried. The white hot pain in my arms. 40, then 26 times memories disappear, and I'm back to normal. Yeah. I was like, how? It's already noon? I tap a finger on my forehead. I'm okay. Anyway, the dizziness is going away. He's getting information overloaded right now.
どうしたの？イリアと商店街まで買い物に行くんでしょ？
Yeah, it's already 2 o'clock. The fuck? I searched my memory. I frowned for a bit before remembering that I did say I'd go shopping with Ilya.
じゃあ行こうか、イリア。
I shake my head and start walking.
ちょっと、なんか変よあなた。生涯譜を戻した時は元気だったけど、今になって疲れが出たとか？
そうだな。確かに少し混乱してる。けど、まあ大したことないぞ、こんなの。
It's nothing compared to the pain I felt last night. I'm in good physical condition. I got a little dizzy for a second there, but doesn't pose a problem at all. Alright, I take Ilya outside. I can't afford to go out shopping frequently anymore, so I have to stock up for about 3 days at a time. I will carry all the groceries with my one working arm. Can I project like a cart or something? I don't know. Are we gonna bring a shopping cart?
それじゃ派手に買い込むか。イリアは何がいい？
Mapo
差し
tofu.
当たっては
Fuck.
昼飯のメニューだけど。
あれ、お昼はシチューじゃないの？シロ、さっきそう言ってたけど。
ああ、そうだった。まあ決まってるならはっきりしてていい。さくらのシチューって言ったらホワイトだから、鶏肉を見に行こう。
Aw, she's back in her usual getup with the hat. We head to the butcher shop I usually visit. We're gonna stock up for 3 days in any case. I can't waste money, so I need to maximize value and quality. We spend a brisk 30 minutes shopping.
いっぱい買ったね、シロ。
Ilya looked bored while we were shopping, but she seems to enjoy herself once I gave her some bags to hold.
悪い、買いすぎた。イリア、そっち重くないか？こっちの袋のが軽いから取り替えよう。
I hand her the lightest grocery bag out of the 7 I'm holding. Probably with one arm.
重くないから大丈夫。
I'm using enhancement magic.
もう一個も取っか？シロ、いっぱい袋下げてて、ブドウみたいだよ。
いや、俺も平気なんだけど、ブドウってのはまたすごい例えだな。
本当は風船持ったピエロみたいだけど、ブドウの方が可愛いでしょ？
Cuter. Ilya runs through the street, talking happily.
待てってばイリア、重くはないけど走るのはさすがにきついんだって。
Rather than the weight, I'm afraid that the eggs and tofu in the bag might get crushed. I sigh and fast walk after Ilya. This is the greatest concession I can give as a designated grocery shopper. And so I follow Ilya, making lots of noises as I hold my groceries carefully. That seemed to tickle Ilya, and she... Woohoo! Looks like she's having a lot of fun. Being a normal gal. Once we leave the shopping district and arrive at the intersection, Ilya stops and turns to me. Oh, wait, what? I am not even going to attempt that. It's German, and I don't know how to pronounce any of these words. Hell, I don't even know. Some of these letters aren't even in my alphabet. So, yeah. We can see a cute CG of Ilya singing, which is kind of cool. But yeah, once again, not gonna word these. Ilya starts singing, supermarket grocery bags in hand. The melody sounds familiar, like I might have heard it in school when I was a child. I'm walking next to Ilya, so I don't know what face she's making. Oh, we actually have a CG of them walking with groceries? Hold up. Wait. He's using his left arm. Wait. And I've never seen Shirou with that outfit. I have no way of telling what expression she's singing with, or how she feels as she walks home. Some more German words. It's a nostalgic melody. The tune is simple and gentle, yet lonely, and now we have images of this pole. I'm sure that Ilya is happy. Otherwise, she wouldn't be singing on the way home. On the other hand, I can't help but think maybe Ilya sings to herself a lot. With no one to talk to and no father waiting to greet her at home, perhaps this is the only way that she can express herself when no one else is around. Oh, okay, no, okay, no. This is a better CG of what is happening. I was like, he's wearing all blue. I've never seen him wear all blue. I've seen him, his iconic shirt is the white shirt with blue sleeves, which he's wearing right now, but never all blue. Now I can see, no, he's wearing that. It does actually show him holding like 7 bags. Like, holy shit. That's a giant ass daikon. At the edge of the road, I look up at the tall, curved traffic mirror. It reflects me holding a lot of bags and a girl singing with her eyes closed, as if in a dream. Oh, so that pole was originally part of this image. Okay. There's nothing else to say. We're just a brother and sister on the way home after buying groceries. The sight is so natural, so ordinary that I can't help but imagine how wonderful it would be to see Kiritsugu there, in between the boy with the groceries and the lively little girl. Aw.
Ilya.
I hold my breath. She innocently turns around. She must be hiding how she really feels. Ilya is shutting off her own feelings. Ever since Archer disappeared, she's become sullen at times. That's how we can have moments like this. Because if she doesn't hide how she really feels, she can't smile. That goes for me too. I've known it all along, but I kept putting it off, thinking about it. Turning away from what needs to be said. Ilya let things be this way, so I joined in on the lie.
Shirou?
Ilya must have given up. She stopped pursuing it and decided to keep us company at our end. That's okay. If Ilya's happy with our current relationship and willing to ignore it all, then it'll end without her losing anyone else. But still...
Ilya, この戦いが終わった後、もし帰るところがないんなら。
I'm crazy. I'm saying something that doesn't need to be said. But I have to say it while I still can. Going crazy. That's all the more reason.
Ilya, このままうちで暮らさないか。
I need to say it now, properly, before I completely lose my mind. He stops. With a flat voice, Ilya asks.
それはキリツグの息子として？
She watches me quietly. Kiritsugu's son. What Kiritsugu couldn't do, what he left behind. I must carry on that responsibility as his son, even if we aren't related by blood. I have to settle things with this girl, not because Shirou Emiya wants it, but because Kiritsugu's son owes it to her. That's what Ilya is asking me. Yeah. My answer is, of course.
俺は親父の息子でイリアが好きだ。一緒に暮らしたい理由はそれだけだ。
本気？シロウがキリツグの代わりをするの？
いや、俺じゃキリツグにはなれないし、キリツグの代わりもできない。けど、俺は親父が好きだ。親父にできなかったことを果たしてやりたい。だから、 イリアが規律を憎む心の中に少しでも許してやってもいいって気持ちがあるんだ。俺はイリアと一緒に暮らしたい。今までできなかった分、これから取り返していくのはダメか。今のままでいいからイリアと一緒に暮らしちゃいけないのか。
Instead of holding on to revenge, it's like, can we start something new, something better, something positive together? I was like, He doesn't answer. Ilya looks down for a while and then slightly shakes her head.
それは無理だよ。私は長生きできないし、シロウも長生きなんてできない。だから一緒に暮らすなんてできないわ。
That's why we should, because we both have so little time left. She rejects me with a smile, like a pretty flower.
長生きできない。
そんなこともう分かってるでしょ。ええ、どっちかがどっちかを犠牲にすれば少しは生きられるかもしれないけど、二人一緒は無理だと思う。この戦いが終わった時、私が生きてるってことはシロウはもういないってことだもの。ほら、だからできないの。シロウがいないエミヤの家には私の居場所はないんだから。
Aw, there's no place for soccer in the Emiya house if Shiro's not there too. Ilya's words are filled with certainty. And we got so many people who are on like death's door in this route. We have Sakura, we have Shirou, we have Ilya. Honestly, with all the shit that's happening with Sakura, it really makes me wonder, like, what happens to her in the other routes? Because after like maybe like halfway through, she's kind of written off and kind of disappears from the plot. But if you think about it, she's still broken because of all the crest worms in her, and she still has like a minimal lifespan, unless and she's still under the abuse of Zoken, and we never really get any. Maybe Hello Ataraxia actually follows up on that. I'm not sure. Huh? That's something to ask about in the future. The silver-haired girl describes a grim future like a prophet.
でもちょっと残念かな。今の言葉もうちょっと早く言ってくれたらよかったのに。
Yeah, just a little bit before you're slated to die in like a week.
そうしたらほんの少しだけ運命は変わっていたかもしれないから。
You should have maxed out your Ilya points if you want to save me. I don't understand what she's saying. Not her declaration that one of us has to die, or how she can say it all with a smile.
バカ言うな。そんなことにはならない。ゾウケンがイリアを狙っていようと、その前に俺たちでゾウケンを倒す。イリアだってそのために遠坂に協力してくれてるんだろ。
そうね。けどそれが問題なの。これはリンには黙っていてね、シロ。
Her plan's gonna fail. It's too
宝
unrealistic.
石圏の投影、遠坂の遺産を複製することはリンの方法じゃできないの。だってシロウの投影は投影魔術じゃないんだもの。普通の投影魔術ならある程度オリジナルに似せたものに投影を重ねて補強することはできるけど、シロウの投影は違うわ。シロウは1から10まで全部を自分のイメージで作らないと形にできない。だってあなたの魔術は投影じゃなくて
right. I forgot
自分
about
の
that.
心を具現化するものなんだから。
It's not his magic isn't projection, it's UBW. How does she know that Archer's magecraft is a manifestation of his mind shape?
だから無理なの。リンが必要としているものを作るにはシロウはアーチャーの腕を使うしかないけど、それがどういう意味なのかシロウはもう分かっている。さっきみたいな一時的な記憶の欠損なんかじゃ済まされない。一度でも使えばシロウはもうシロウでいられなくなる。
I do really wonder how Ilya knows this.
シロウは自分のこと、さくらのこと、私のことでいっぱいいっぱいでちょっと混乱してるんだよ。だから今の誘いは忘れてあげる。シロウだって分かってるでしょ。全部を選ぶことはできない。助けられるのは一人だけなんだって。
Aww. Yeah, it's antithesis. Heaven's Feel is an antithesis to UBW. You can't save everyone, so save one person. Ilya turns away and starts up the hill. The nostalgic tune is gone, and Ilya's words linger in my ear. Damn. I'm really surprised. Ilya has some really good moments in this route. Ah! Shrill noise comes from the kitchen. The 4th time tonight I've heard that unpleasant sound. I hear Sakura's voice from the kitchen. Dropping shit. Tosaka just frowns. She seems tired of warning Sakura by now. It's shortly before 6 o'clock. Sakura asks us to let her make dinner to close out the day. She chased me and Tosaka out of the kitchen, so we've just been waiting around for her to finish making dinner. Another plate or bowl breaks. It's the sound of Sakura's failure that we've gotten used to hearing for at least half of today. Let's rewind to noon. Sakura couldn't make stew after Ilya and I went out for groceries. She was waiting for us when we got home, but she clearly wasn't feeling well. And it's true, she could have cooked us lunch. We weren't going to make her push herself when she was clearly suffering from a fever. By the time Tosaka and I convinced Sakura to take a nap, it was already past 2 in the afternoon. Before she did, she insisted. And went off to bed. Then came evening. I'm not sure when my training ended, but when I finished and went back to the living room, Sakura was already starting to cook dinner. And then she cheerfully went back to her cooking. I could tell with a single glance that she was putting on a strong front. You're tired, so go rest. I said that Tosaka and I would go make dinner, but Sakura refused to back down. At this rate, I'm not saying this because you're sick. I'm saying it because we won't have enough plates to serve the dinner. She stubbornly refused to back down no matter what we said. On top of that, she refused to let us help, especially Tosaka. Tosaka reacted with more surprise than I expected. I don't want you to take senpai. I must feed his stomach. Way to a man's heart. It sounds like this is something that Sakura just can't give up. I can only imagine how defeating it must feel to stop doing something that she's done routinely every single day, no matter how hard it is to move her body. Fine. Take care of dinner, Sakura. Tosaka got irritated and started to criticize me. But that only made Sakura say... It was hard to be negative in front of that much enthusiasm. Alright. I only broke 7 plates! Woohoo! Alright, I think I'm gonna stop there for today. Oh, we got through most of the day. Hell, I think we got through like... Yeah, we got through this part too. Or... I actually don't remember. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna be in a lot of pain. One thing that Nasu is really good at is really describing the excruciating amount of pain and horror that characters are witnessing. And that did not change at all this time. But yeah, it seems like since the last time, we did the thing. And we had some pain, and we're doing some more training, understanding our magic a little bit more. And then, honestly, the part that kind of gives me the most, like, goosebumps is when she was like, oh, you're taking senpai from me too. So, yeah, I'm really afraid of when the yandere Sakura is going to snap. I don't remember if she actually does in the movies, but, like, just from details in the visual novel, you're like, oh shit. Like, she understands that she has a lot of these negative emotions that she can't control, and some of it makes her feel good, even though she knows it's wrong. And she's like, man, I don't want to be a bad person, but like, but like, there's a lot of buildup of it, and she's slowly getting weaker. Her mind is getting like corroded, and like she's having these weird nightmares. It's all leading up to the point where it seems like Sakura is going to break, and that will probably happen sometime soon, but I don't remember how far in the future it is. But that's enough for today. We'll continue trying to figure out what we have to do next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!